to Successful Journey Network. We will be going live here in about 5 minutes. If you haven't downloaded the workbook and the worksheets yet, please do so. Let's get ready for a great hour of Burnout to Brilliance. All right, we're going to get started. Thank you for joining. Tell me in the chat where you're joining from. My name is Roy, and I'm with Successful Journey Network. I'm a life coach who is debuting my new series, Burnout to Brilliance, for the new year. So, once again, thank you for joining. Like and share, tell somebody about it. I am so excited to have you here this afternoon. We're going to talk about uh, transforming your journey in 2024, going from burnout to brilliance, whether it be in your personal life or with your career. Maybe you're a business owner or an entrepreneur and you're wanting to level up in the new year. Well, that's what we're going to be working on over the next few weeks. So I just thought I would kick it off today. with this live. We are live via LinkedIn. Hello, all my LinkedIn friends and family. Thank you so much for a great year. Twitter and Facebook, thank you guys for tuning in. It's so good to have you here. And if you haven't downloaded, look in the comments and download the workbook. That will be the 4-week guide that we will be going through. Also, there is a questionnaire. It is understanding. It's an assessment on burnout. Excuse me. Download that, and then what we'll be talking about is understanding the impact of burnout on your life and your business. So we'll be going over this for the next few weeks. I will spend an hour with you each week live. So let's get on with it. Make sure you download, like, and share. Tell somebody about it. And if you see the comments, put in the comments where you're watching from. That would be great also. You know, in today's world where the lines between work and personal life are increasingly blurred, burnout has become yet a serious issue, actually. And burnout is often described as a state of emotional or physical and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged stress. And while it's frequently linked with, the workplace and its effects, it all that stress ripples through our life. It ripples through our personal life at home, our relationships at home, our relationships at work, and it's a multifaceted impact on what happens. Burnout can lead to numerous health problems. Physically, it manifests as fatigue, insomnia. It weakens your immune system. There's a lot of things that burnout can cause. And I can tell you in my personal life, about 15 years ago, I was going through burnout. And I walked into my office one Thursday morning, and I turned around and walked out and never went back in because I was so burnt out. And that's what started my journey of personal development and self-realization. That's where I came to terms with who I am and what life is really about. And I learned to live life to its fullness. And that's what I want you to do here today, is learn how to live life to its fullness. Burnout doesn't have to impact your life. You can actually triumph over it. And there's a lot of ways to do this. And I learned, and I want you to learn it faster than what I learned it. It took me a few years to really get a handle on everything. But I think this new series will help you gain momentum, not only in your personal life, but in your business, your career, your well-being, everything, the whole big picture of life. Burnout has impact on your work performance. It reduces productivity and efficiency, and it often results in a decrease in motivation and a lack of engagement, because we just continue to go through that humdrum of life and allowing that burnout to just increase and really take over our lives. And you don't have to do that. I've found that during my burnout stage, I had disconnected from friends and family. I had disconnected from what makes me happy, because I had gotten so caught up in just paying the bills and getting caught up in work because it didn't seem like there was a way out. But there is a way out. Burnout impacts your relationships. It can strain professional and personal relationships, the irritability and lack of patience. Common symptoms of burnout can lead to conflict with your colleagues, your clients, family, and friends. The withdrawal behavior that often accompanies burnout can further isolate individuals, and it exacerbates the problem. It also has a financial impact. Especially if you're a business owner or entrepreneur, burnout can have direct and indirect financial consequences. And this includes like turnover rates in your business, reduced productivity and potential, because you become withdrawn from growing your business, and you become less and less involved in what's going on in your business. And so it begins to suffer. And not only do you suffer, but your employees suffer, your customers suffer, your clients suffer. So it has an effect in every aspect of your life. You know, the long-term impact in severe cases of burnout can lead to disillusionment sometimes with your career choices, and it causes you to make drastic decisions like changing careers premature, like I did. I just quit and walked away. And I don't encourage that for anyone, because you can work through this and as you begin to gain knowledge from learning about burnout, it will actually change your life. You don't want to just make abrupt decisions. And some of the ways to prevent and manage burnout is to recognize the signs. You know, early recognition and intervention is the key. So acknowledging the problem is the first step toward addressing it. And then getting that work-life balance is so important. And I didn't learn that till months after I had quit my job. And I actually was walking through the bookstore, and there was a book that just was turned around facing me. And it was a personal development book that changed my life. And I began to work on myself. And over the years, I grew and grew to a point where now I'm helping others who are struggling or feeling stuck. You know, all of you ambitious entrepreneurs and business owners, and you high achievers in your careers that are, you know, keep asking the question, there must be more to life than this. And I want you to know there is more life than this. You can overcome this burnout. You know, establishing clear boundaries between work and personal life is very important. It's essential to gaining ground over that burnout. And this means you have to learn to take regular breaks, vacation time, get involved in your hobbies. I had forgotten about my hobbies. I was no longer doing what I liked doing. I was no longer doing the fun things that I like. I hadn't taken vacations in over 5 years. I wasn't hiking and camping, going to the beach and doing all of those things because I was so caught up in work and stressed out that when I came home in the evenings, I was exhausted, mentally exhausted, not physically exhausted, just mentally exhausted. But it made me feel physically exhausted. So I wasn't scheduling any time with friends and family. I wasn't doing anything that brought me enjoyment. And it's important to balance that work and life so that you can do the things that you like to do. You need to schedule time, get a calendar and schedule time for those activities outside of work. Also, include some activities with work. Invite friends out for happy hour, have drinks, go to a ball game, do the things that you enjoy doing, go on a fishing trip. But you have to learn to balance work and your personal life. You know, also finding a supportive work environment. If your organizations can play a significant role by creating a supportive work environment, and this it might include offering flexible work schedules, you know, resources, mental health resources, you never know. Look and see what your HR department has to offer for you, but figure out what it takes to balance your work with your personal life because it's so important. And, you know, if in cases of severe burnout, in which over the last really since the pandemic, I have coached with a lot of people who are experiencing the symptoms of burnout, stress, and that's the reason they sought out a coach. And I have been working with them to overcome this the symptoms of burnout. So reach out to somebody professional, get a coach, maybe even need a therapist if it's really, really severe. And uh, personal self care, I can't stress how important it is to have that personal self care. Engaging in regular self care activities, such as exercise, meditation, social activities, that can help mitigate the effects of stress and prevent burnout. I have what I call the 2020 Club. It's 20 minutes every morning of exercise. If you want this, just leave me a message and I will put this in there for you to download. It's 20 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes of reflection and meditation, and 20 minutes of reading. So that's an hour of my time in the morning. I actually schedule out that time in the morning. That way I get in my 20 minutes of exercise and then I meditate and get prepared for the day. And then I read a little bit, or I have an audible book that I'm listening to. But that's when I take my 3-ring binder that I have set up my whole week, actually my month. I break it down by month, week, and then day. And I look to see what I need to accomplish for that day, what I am going to do. And believe it or not, if you don't write it down, you're not going to do it. So I encourage you to get a planner and start planning out. Schedule that personal care, that self-care, time to meditate, time to read. And it doesn't have to be hours. I schedule 20 minutes. I do 20 minutes in the morning, or a whole hour actually in the morning, and then I do a whole hour in the evening. So it's just 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and 20 minutes. And, burnout is more than just an individual's issue. It's a societal one with far-reaching consequences. And understanding its impact on both personal and professional lives is so crucial. And by acknowledging the signs and taking proactive steps to manage the stress and the workload, you can mitigate the effects of burnout. And you can promote a healthier, more productive lifestyle. But it's something you have to work on. It's not going to go away. I used to get up every morning thinking, oh, today's going to be different. Today's going to be different. But you really have to take the bull by the horns and actually work on yourself. This is something that you must do. If you've had a chance to download the workbook, that's what we're going to be following for the next 4 weeks. And then the questionnaire assessment. There's a scoring aspect to this, and it kind of lets you know what level of burnout you are at. I want to encourage you to download this and actually read the questions and think about them and rate yourself honestly and just see how, at what level of burnout you're at this moment. The first question is feeling tired and drained most of the time. And on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the least drained and tired, and 5 being the most, what are you? Circle the number there that best indicates the rating for your tiredness and feeling drained. And I have to tell you, at my highest point of burnout, I was a 5. I was coming home exhausted. I would eat dinner and go straight to bed. And even on the weekends, I didn't have energy. Reduced performance at work and your daily task. My performance in professional and daily tasks has noticeably declined. Score that. 1 being the least and 5 being the greatest. Where are you at that point? Are you feeling detached from your job, from work, from even your personal life? Difficulty concentrating and staying focused, lack of satisfaction and achievement. During that time, there was nothing that I could do. I wasn't interested in going to a movie. I wasn't interested in going and watching a ball game. I wasn't interested in going to the beach. There was just nothing that was interested in me at that time. And if I knew what was going on back then, I would have been able to continue to work. But I chose just to walk off. But in retrospect, it was probably the best thing that I had ever done. But I don't recommend that. Um, are you having problems sleeping? Are you irritable and impatient, not only at work, but at home with your family? Um, are you starting to withdraw and using food to escape? Or maybe alcohol or drugs to cope with what's going on? Are you neglecting your personal needs? Are you not doing those things that bring you enjoyment? Uh, do you have a loss of motivation? Are you feeling hopeless and helpless? And then on the scoring, add them up and you can see at what level that you are experiencing burnout. So I hope to see you over the next few weeks during this time of turning our burnout into brilliance and actually getting and gaining motivation and power and turning this into an experience that's going to propel you to greater and greater things in the new year. Let's start the new year off on the right foot. Let's start the new year off on taking care of ourselves and starting to do the things in life we enjoy. You know, yesterday I scheduled my vacation, my first vacation. I take two now a year, and my first vacation will be down actually in Cabo this year or in the new year. Just enjoying and doing the things that I love to do, snorkeling and fishing and just laying on the beach, drinking those pretty drinks with the umbrella in them. But do the things that you enjoy doing. Start thinking about your new year and what you want to do to make it better in your personal life and in your career, especially if you're a business owner and an entrepreneur right now and you're trying to build that business. Let's set up some strategies. And I am here for you. If you would like to contact me, just leave you a message on Facebook or LinkedIn, Twitter, wherever you're watching this at. Get in touch with me. You can also visit my website at successfuljourneynetwork.com and find out more about what I do and how I help people. So remember, you're more than enough. Now go take on the day, and I will see you next week.